Hello and welcome back everyone. This is episode 2 of the Losi 5 kit build. I want to say a huge thank you to my subscribers, and if you're new here, please subscribe and enjoy the video. Take this off. Looks nice and clean. Change the gasket, clean it all up. We're ready to go. Okay, so just like before, got our alcohol here. Give all the parts a clean. Sun's coming out as well. Oh yes, banging. Anyway, so I'm gonna get to cleaning. Okay, so everything's been cleaned up. You can see all the dirt that came out. They're nicely cleaned up. Got your shims there. All your spider gears, planter gears. Everything's been cleaned and ready to go. This is what came out of the diffs. Not much oil at all, but nicely cleaned out. I still need to clean inside where the O-ring is gonna sit. Kitchen towel and get rid of that. So I'm gonna get rid of the bearings. Get my new ones. Fits perfectly. Still have to clean the inside of this. So get my O-rings in there. And I will be doing the O-rings off camera because it's just too much hassle, man, getting it on camera. Obviously I'm going to put my bearing on now so I don't forget. Let's get this started. Just basically rub it in just like the ones I did before. Make sure that groove is all filled up. Okay, that's that. Need a bit more for that other one. There we go. That's that. Clean it up a little. They're ready to go now. So this is the most difficult bit you're gonna come across. Putting the O-ring back in. Okay, so I'm getting a little bit better at this. Just basically getting the hang of it. Once you do a couple, you get the hang of it. But yeah, O-rings in there. Basically I use the shim to push the O-ring down, and obviously it popped out. Let me just give it a little whirl. Let all of that go down. You see, all the silicone's gone down in. I want to top it up a bit more now. Make sure it's 100K. And just squeeze it into the gaps. Okay, this is done. Again, this was not fun, man. This was not fun at all. But I got it in, managed to go. Obviously I use this special Protect O-ring grease that works perfectly. Now this can just go in and plop down. There we go, ready to go. Now all we need to do is put our new upgraded gasket on. There we go, line it up, we're ready to go. Okay, so next, go wait for this to drain down, maybe top it up a little bit more, and we can put everything back together. This is like more of a chore really, but just dipping all my hardware in some alcohol and giving them good clean before I put them back in. Look, you see how much dirt came out? So do that a couple of times and you'll be good to go. Let me just show you guys. You see? And that's not even the first time, that's the second time I cleaned it, and you can see how much dirt came out. So do that 2-3 times with all your screws. I've done one, got a few more there. So do that to all your screws and you should be ready to go. Okay, so everything's done, it's all built. Got my bearings on, hard drives have been greased. Again, on the bottom, got my bearing on, got everything lined up. Now all I have to do, screw them in. There we go. Okay. So now I'm gonna go in with my ratchet and get all of these done. Just getting all this oil out, and again in the alcohol getting cleaned out. Okay, so this is settling for now. So there you go, got 54. Get some alcoholics, give it a clean. Not that you need it, but just so. You can see there's quite a bit of dirt on here. Okay, let me get a rag actually. Here we go. So now what we do, get our bearing, fits perfectly. Big shout out to Boomerang. So got that all nicely greased up. And in you go. Got my O-ring in the baggie. This is the easiest way. Okay, so what you do, just lay that there and gently just align it. Okay, then you get your washer and you put that on top. Okay, and then you got to use one of these bendy tweezers, push down on two sides, and you'll see, look, it's popping out. You see there, just there, it's popping out. So you just go, there we go, and that's it. That's the easiest way. And hold it, don't let go. If you let go, it will pop back out. So, and then just gotta get your pin. This bit is a bit difficult getting it in, but once you've got it in, should be okay. It's a closer look. So in, you can probably center it a bit better. There we go. Once you put the planetary gear on, it should line up by itself. Just do that now. Center it a little bit. And that's that. There you go. So that's ready. All I need is another gasket on here. You can see it's all settled in. Okay, so just to help me keep this bad boy in place while I tip it over, I'm gonna go over here, get some silicone oil and just rub it in. Okay. Put that in there. Okay, so When I flip it, it will give me a bit of time. It just won't pop out. I get my upgraded gasket. Align it. There. Okay. Perfect. And screw it down. But before that, clean your screws. Okay, so the last one, all nice and clean. Now, the easy bit. Grab that, align it, just drop it in. There you go. Align the screws. There we go. Perfect. Because it's 500,000, you can, gives you a bit of wiggle room. Next, screw it in. That's all you have to do. All nicely buttoned up. Now, I'm just going to go in by hand. I'm going to use my trusty breaker. Do this way so you guys can see. Crisscross pattern. There you go. Last one. And that's it. Done. Here you go, people. Got 3 diffs ready to go. 500,000, 100,000, 100,000. Next step is going to be put them in the housing, greasing them up, getting all the pinions in. We're going to be getting all the diffs into the housings. And yeah, I have to show you guys. Yes, some all battered, falling apart, beat up. Just want to show you guys this gaskets. When I did the unboxing, I couldn't really show you guys, but these gaskets go here just like that. Okay, so it's going to keep all the dust and dirt out, hopefully. And this goes on here actually. Just cleaning up my screws. Almost done. As you can see, quite a bit of dirt comes out of these bad boys. You see? Quite a bit of dirt. Done. Okay, so before we get started, got some 40 silicone shock oil. This is another tip from my own personal fish scale Yoda, Bolter gel, just to grease up these bad boys with a bit of oil so they don't rip. At least I can use them a couple of times, What I do, pour some out on my finger. Use gloves, people. Okay, just rub it in. Get some more. And just coat the whole thing. There we go. That's that. You can see there's a nice coating of oil so it won't rip when you pull it off. And this sits on here. No, okay, this way. Okay, and the oil should help it obviously stay in place as well. Okay, let's do the other one. There we go, almost done. Got a nice little layer, should help with the installation as well. So once you put it on, it's not so loose, it's popping out all the time. go. It fits nicely. There you go, done. Alright, next job. We're going to put the housing together now. Okay, so show you guys. Go on there like that. And as you can see, everything's all lined up. All the screws, the gasket has lined up nicely. So put that down there. Get our cleaned screws, and I have wiped my hand. Get all the silicone oil off so you're not getting everything else dirty as well at the same time. Clean as you go along, people, and it's gonna help you anyway. Get a tool. I think it's this one here. Get my drill, which I've been charging. Okay. Just gonna speed up everything a little bit. Remember, put it to the lowest setting, or not exactly the lowest setting, but lower setting, so you don't kill anything. And another thing, this is metal to metal basically. Okay, it's all aluminium, so be a Loctite. Goes a long way. Give it a shake. So got all my screws Loctited. Last one left. Do this one as well. Just like that. And we're ready to wrench away. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my mini breaker and I'm going to tighten these bad boys up. There we go. When you're running it, if these come off, it's going to be terrible, man. That's all I can say. Just give them a nice... What I usually do is quarter turn on everything. And you can see the gasket in between, just a slither of black. Okay, next job is to stick it in. Okay, so that goes in there, and you just hopefully push it in. There we go, it's there. Perfect fit. Oh wow, that feels really good actually. Feels smooth. Okay, next bit. Okay. Here we go. And that's all she wrote. See? It's a nice, clean fit. Perfect. It's the bottom. There you go. The view from the top. And now what we gotta do, screw them in. So basically for now I'm gonna screw just this one and this one in. And obviously once I fit this to the engine, it's got a clutch bell housing that came with this, but it's on the engine now, so we'll get to that one once we put it on to the actual engine, you will see the other piece mating up. So it comes in 4 pieces. You got 1, 2, 3, and the clutch bell housing. Okay, so let's screw them in. Get my screws, and the screws came, really nice screws, stainless steel, and it comes with all the hardware. You got crush washer there, and just a normal washer there as well. It's stainless steel, so that's nice. It's in there. Another screw. Oh yeah, and the screws on this side, these 3, 1, 2, 3, they're longer ones. So you're instantly gonna know. These are the shorter ones, these 2 here. This doesn't come with the instructions. You just gotta basically use your brain and just put it together. Okay. Be careful. Don't want to strip anything out. I did. I've stripped a couple of screws already, so that's not good. Okay. But these are really good screws, so it's not likely you're gonna strip these. It's more the ones inside on the diffs and the smaller screws basically. Okay, snug, snug. Just like that, people. Center diff is done. You can see, really smooth, really smooth. Looking forward to that. Can't wait to put this on, man. I need to put everything on. It's gonna be amazing. So that's my center diff for now. It's done. Let's get started on the other ones. Alright, next step. Same again, same as the center diff. We're just gonna do the front and the rear. I'm gonna clean up the screws again with alcohol. Same here. And I'm gonna clean up these diff housings inside just to make sure there's no, there's some old grease in there. I'm gonna take all of that out. Okay, next job, we're gonna grease all of this up. This is basically the pinion that's gonna go inside here. So that's gonna sit in there like that. Obviously the bearings haven't gone in, so it looks a bit weird. It's all loose, but that's where it sits basically. Just show you guys. Okay, this is all the dirt that came out. You see, bit of grease. That's from in here, diff housing. What? And check this out. With this, with the kit, with the diff, you get these, and I didn't even notice. Look, I got some sealed bearings. That's weird. However, it's much appreciated. I'm not gonna lie. That means I don't have to use my boomerang ones. So yeah, that's weird, because if you look at this one, you see, this one came, obviously the pins are great. This one came with the normal bearings, the open ones. Look, this one's a bit damaged, see? That's what I'm saying, so you can't really, can you see? The huge dent. But these look alright, these are perfectly fine. The branding on this TTN 699RS, I don't know what that means. They feel good, feel nice. Yeah, hell, I'll use them. See, I'm not biased or anything to anybody, but that's all I wanted, so all the dirt doesn't go in here. It's like after like a couple of runs, they become all crunchy. Let's grease everything up, and we can start putting everything together. Not too much, just a little bit. So the bearings, when you come to like taking off these bearings, because you are going to change these bearings sometime, it's just a little bit easier instead of like beefing with this. You come with a washer as well that goes on the pinion just there. If you can see it, this bit, washer. Okay, so nicely done. Leave that there. Should do it from the other side so you guys can see. Just grease that up, just so everything flows nice and smoothly, Pry tool, you see it's got a nice little point on this side. Let's get this. I'll use the point so I can get into the groove as well. You just from this side, and you just spread all the grease around. A bit more. Get into the groove where the bearing is gonna sit. Just again smear it around. I hope you guys can see it's but I'll try to give you a closer look. But that's good enough. Got enough grease in there, as you can see. Here's a closer look. You see? Got nicely greased up inside. Well, the next job is just to put them on. Basically put it on. Bearing that came with the kit, the diff kit, it's gonna go in here. Perfect. There you go. Just what I wanted. Done. Now we can work on this end. We got a pinion. Got the little washer that's on there. Get a sealed bearing. And push it in. There you go. That wasn't hard at all. Nice and smooth. And we just pop her in. It's gonna try to push this out. This one here. So make sure you got pressure on both sides and just push her home. There you go, just like that. See? There you go. Nice and smooth. And the pinion, I'm going to be using this here, Dynamite Marine Grease. I've been using it on my Kraton and I've had some really good luck. Again, I'm in the UK. It's always wet, a lot of water, moisture about. This works for me, man. I don't know if it's going to work for anybody else, but it's got anti-sling properties. So crown gear and your pinions are spinning, it won't fling all of it away. It's kind of sticky, tacky. It's been working for me, man, so I've got nothing. I only hope Horizon Hobby doesn't discontinue this. That's all I'm worried about right now, because a day might come when you won't be able to get this anymore. Again, I'm going to be using another one of my pry tools, so you can really sort of, let me show you, get into the grooves nicely and grease them up with relative ease, you know, and you can go over it nicely. These are a must, man, innit, for building diffs. Perfect. And you can like pry them as well if it's not coming up. Here you go, just like that. Grease it all up. Take your time, don't rush, you know. The better you do this, the longer it's gonna last. Some people really rush this. I don't know why, you know, because there's no point rushing. If you make a mistake, man, you're gonna have to take all of this apart again. So best just to take your time, relax, actually enjoy the process, you know. Banging, it's a glorious day today. Let me show you guys. Look. Wow. That's what I'm talking about. It's a glorious day. But this is glorious as well, man. The RC hobby, come on, man, can't go wrong. It's a beautiful hobby. Anyway, see, how long did that take? I'm chatting away and it's done. Look at it, it's all nicely greased up, ready to go. I think I got enough on there. Okay, so that's done. Next job. This is a little bit easier because it's outside. It would be much easier for us to do that. What I do, I just squeeze little bits out like that. There you go. Obviously, get your pry tool and just go around. And then obviously where you think you need a little bit more, just go over it. So I think I can do a bit more here, here, and a bit more here. Again, go over it like that. That's why I love these. There you go. You have a nicely greased up front diff. There you go. Easy. Okay, so this is another trick from Gel I picked up. Thanks, brother. Just gonna put a thin bead of grease all the way around, just to help it waterproof it a little bit more. Can't hurt. I'm almost done, but as you can see, it's just a little bit tedious. But you just gotta go all the way around, you know, get all the corners nicely, make sure there's no gaps, and soon you'll be done. Doesn't take that long, a couple of minutes. Just go around, take your time. That's my little, missed a bit here. Squeeze it a bit more out. Okay, and that's it. I'm done. There you go. Finished. Ready to go. Because I've got grease in here where the bearings sit, I'm going to do the other side as well. Same again, just get a little bit and just fill it in there like that. Same again on the other side. There we go. So hopefully there's a bead of security. So now what we do, you get your differential, get the housing, place it in there. Really can't go, can't put it in that way, so there's only one way you can go. So you just nicely place it in there, give it a bit of pressure. There we go, and that's it. Isn't it easy? It's just cradled in there nicely. Other half of the diff housing, and just there you go. Easy as that. See, there will be like some grease coming out, but we can go around that and clean it up later on. There you go. They're all nicely cleaned up again. I used alcohol to clean them up. Two on the top, two on the bottom. Yeah. Try not to get any grease on them. Okay. Okay. Get my ratchet. Just finish everything. Okay, so there you go. One fully complete front differential. So all we have to do is just obviously go over these bits and just get rid of all the extra grease, and you're ready to go. Alright, it's time for the rear diff, or diff housing. Everything is greased up just like before, like on the front one where the bearings are gonna sit. So nicely greased up. That's ready to go. Pinion, nicely greased up. Got the shim in there as well. That's the other half. Get some of my sealed bearings, match them up. Yep, these are the right ones. There we go. Ready to go. Put one on here. There we go. Easy as that. We will give it a wipe. Okay. Next, get a bearing. Ready to go. Now all we have to do, turn it around, drop it in. It will try to push the other bearing out. You just got to line it up properly. And there we are. There we go. Perfect. Both the bearings are in. Give it a little clean. Perfect. Nicely done. And just like before, here we go. We've got our diff. I'm going to start greasing it up basically. Get a few blobs, go around it. Get my trusty tool. That's why I love this tool. You can really work the grease without making a huge mess. See? You can nicely maneuver it. And this grease is nice and tacky. I think that's enough. There you go. That's ready to go in. So what we do, just get our housing. Oh, one thing I forgot. I haven't greased the inside of it here. The rear one's a bit more open. So just put it directly on there. And with my pinky finger here, I can just give it a twist as well at the same time. So there we go. Okay, it hasn't worked the way I hoped. So again, get my trusty tool. There you go. So that's all nice and lubed up. There we go. So now all we have to do is pop this in. However, I need to get my bearing holders. So here I got my bearing holders, the FID ones with the O-ring inside. So just like before, I'm gonna oil these bad boys up with a bit of shock oil. Just so they last a bit longer. There you go, nicely oiled up, ready to go. There we go. First one's in, get the other one in. Show you guys, there's a lot of tiny bit resistant. Make sure you don't rip your gasket, just take your time, take it easy, You see? Pull it out a little bit, see that? Just pops in nice and easy. Perfect fit again. And we're ready to place this in. Alright people, so I had to go back again. I took all of this out. I put some grease just where the bearing holders go. Okay, so just to help, just on this side as well, put some grease in here to make sure it doesn't cause any problems on in here. I don't want any water getting in here. That's just gonna be awful. Yeah, just like the front diff, you can see it's all nicely greased up. Now time for the marriage. and easy as that. You see, there will some grease will squeeze out. That's alright. Just go over it, give it a wipe, and you'll be done. And obviously make sure it's, you know, turning and there's no hanky panky, and you're ready to go. So what I'm gonna do now, just get all this excess grease off. You can see it's squeezing out from all the crevices. Get all that. You can go over it later if you want. Get some alcohol wipes and just clean it up. Okay. Get my nicely cleaned screws. Just turn it this way so you guys can see. There you go. And in they go. You don't need to use Loctite because it's going into plastic. Where is it? There you go. There you go. Okay. Get my ratchet. Finish off the last bit and give it a snug. That should be enough. There we go. Job done. Front diff, center diff, rear diff. All three ready to go. Can't wait, to be honest with you. Really can't wait for this build to be done so I can run it. But this looks amazing. Alright. Next job.